Hi Flosstube. If you are just stumbling upon my channel, hello, my name is Lacey, the Sleepy Stitcher, and I'm so excited to have you here. I have a lot of things going on today. I have an FFO, which is very rare because I'm mostly a full coverage stitcher. I have a brand new start that I've been really excited about and got a little obsessed with, and I have a page finish and a giveaway winner. So hopefully you will find something that you enjoy here today. And to everyone that's been sticking around a while, you're probably like, what is with this lady and her filming schedule? What's going on? And it has been all over the place. I'm trying to figure out what works for me. I really wanted to be able to film weekly, but it just was a little bit too much. I felt like I was stressed throughout the week trying to get enough stitching in to show, and that wasn't good. I don't want to take something that I really enjoy and turn it into something that's like giving me stress. So every 2 weeks doesn't feel like quite enough. I start to forget things, and things start to pile up. So I've kind of decided that once I've hit two specific criteria, I'm going to film, whether that's in 1 week, week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever. And that's that I have at least 5 projects to show, because it takes a minute to set up and it's not really worth it to film a whole video to show 1 or 2 things. And when my husband is either working a morning shift or a 12-hour shift, because it works best for me to film in the mornings. And when he's home, I like to do stuff with him. So normally that happens on like Tuesday or Thursday, but today is his 12 this week. And so I happen to have plenty to show. So I'm going to hop right in and start showing it. So the super rare FFOs, the one things that never happen around here. I finished this project last year, which I wanted to finish in November and get framed and up in my house in November, because that's when I decorate for Christmas, and I just never got it framed. But I did it this year, so here we go. Look, I love it just as much now as I did when I first saw the pattern. In true Lacey fashion, as soon as I got it framed up and ready to go, I broke the frame. So next year, Lacey is going to have to deal with that, maybe. But this year, Lacey is sitting it on a shelf and enjoying it all year. I wanted originally to put this in my kitchen because it would go well in the kitchen, but it doesn't have glass on it. And there's no good place really away from like the stove and spills and oil splatters to put it right now. And we're moving soon anyway. So for now, it's just going on a shelf in my living room, and I'm going to enjoy it for the season. So yay. This is Gingerbread House Recipe by Stitchrovia. I got it out of one of the cross stitch magazines, but I'm pretty sure you can get it on her Etsy shop as well. So I'm so happy about this, and I'm going to enjoy it for the entire season. That is fun. Do I have anything else sitting around waiting to be framed that's finished? I don't think so. I don't get a lot of finishes because I don't start a lot of small things. So yeah, I think that was the last thing that needed to be framed, and it's framed. So I'm proud of myself for that. And then now I have my new start, which I've been waiting on for a while. This is the quick stitch version of the Grand Butterfly Ball by Aimee Stewart. I had the original, was ready to do it, but my friend Dawn Marie, she wanted something with more detail. She wasn't happy with it, so she requested a quick stitch version, and I decided to wait on her. With every intention of still starting the regular when hers was ready. But then I saw the detail in the mock-up, and it's so much better. So I'm jumping in. I'm doing the quick stitch with her. So if you go look at the mock-up for both and you see how amazing the quick stitch looks, well, you have Dawn Marie to thank for that. So I've been waiting, and here is my start on this. I went completely off script on this. I have started every single full coverage I've ever started in the upper left-hand corner. And I've stitched them in different methods, but typically I'm working on all of them in a modified typewriter-ish by page, because I really like to see the sections fill in. And I am really bad about making myself do like whatever comes next before I jump to the fun stuff. On this one, I'm going to pop the picture up over my face for just a second while I talk. I was looking at the upper left-hand corner, and I was like, everything I start is either in the sky, in a tree, or just a really dark color, like really dark blue, really dark green, really dark brown. And I wanted something fun. So I looked over to the right side, and I was like, ooh, the moon and the bridge. That's where I'm going. So I did. And I got, I think like the first 10 by 10 block row done. And then I was like, nope, I'm stitching to the moon immediately. So I did that. And then I came up and started filling in here again. So I love it. I love that I let myself break so many rules on this, and it was just very freeing. So let's see what I did on this one. This one, I put in 2,053 stitches. That's another thing. Usually I give a project 1,000 stitches and then I move along because I have so many things, but I was nowhere near ready to stop at 1,000. So this one is officially my largest stitch count project now. It has dethroned my mountain cabin. And that's so funny to me because this is a quick stitch and my mountain cabin's a regular size, but it's, I mean, there's so much detail. So this one has 476,875 stitches. That's a lot. So my 2,000 stitches are 0.43%. So this will be like my lifetime project. And I started at 1/1 full cross with CXC. I know I've been doing most things in tint, and with this being my largest stitch count, you would think I would want to do it in tint to cut down the time. But what I've noticed recently is that I love the way tint stitch goes fast. I like the coverage of it. I do, but I do like the look of 1/1 full cross better. I think I kind of had myself convinced at first that that wasn't true, or that I just needed to get used to it. But I think I do just prefer the look. The 2/1 tint, and I'm doing this with CXC on 25 count, it's a little bulky, which is okay. It's not that bad, but there's something just, I don't know. There's something I like a little better. It's more delicate maybe, I don't know, about the 1/1 full cross. So I started that in full cross. I'm not going to go take all of my tint stitch projects and switch them over now, but I believe that from here on out, I'm going to start things 1/1 full cross. I think so. That's where I'm at with that. I don't have regrets. It's fine. I'm learning. I'm learning what I like, what do I enjoy, and now I think I have enough tent stitch projects that those can scratch that need to get a lot of progress itch, and then everything else can just be full cross and it'll be fine. Well, I'm excited about this next one too. Okay, I gotta wrangle this fabric because there's a lot on here. So next up, I worked on The Mountain Cabin by Dominic Davison. This is always going to be one of my favorites because it was my first, and the artwork is just beautiful. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So here's where this one was the last time you saw it. How am I going to show this? Okay, and here it is now. I got the page finish. Yay! Page finishes are so exciting when you're working on Heaven and Earth design patterns because they're huge. It feels like it takes forever, and then you finally get it, and it's like, ah, yay. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 pages finished on this one now. And I actually don't know where I'm going to go next. I haven't really 100% decided. Actually, I think I know. I think I'm going to go down here maybe and then over. I don't know. Or maybe I should just go over. No, yeah, I think I'm going to go here and then there. Uh-oh. 1 second. Sorry, guys. I was getting all chatty and I forgot to keep my laptop screen on, which also killed my ring light. But yeah, so I think I'm going to go ahead and go across the top and then down. So yeah, this is where we're at. This one got a good bit too, I think. Let's see, 2,107 stitches. Yeah, see, I really wanted that page finish. And it has 45,835 stitches, and that puts it at 12.2%. So this one is 1/1 full cross with DMC, obviously on ungridded 25 count Lugana. When I got this to, 45,800 stitches, I was like, it would feel good to hit the 50,000 stitch mark. It would be my first time hitting that on any project. And I'm like, I can do that by the end of the year. So I did the math, and I think I need 700 stitches a week to do that, which is no problem. I'm going to try to pull this out every either Monday or Tuesday, and then it'll probably take me 2 days to get that because it is full cross. I'm up on a work in sky, so maybe not, depending on how much time I have. So 50K by the end of the year. That's the plan, and I'm excited about it. Alrighty, and then next up, I pulled out my Mini Yield Kitchen by Ciro Marchetti. because, okay, so what I had intended to do was Mountain Cabin had the most stitches. I was going to pull that one out. And then I believe this Yield Kitchen had the least amount of stitches. And I was going to kind of try to like meet in the middle and do that. I'm probably not going to do that now. I don't know. That didn't last very long. But that was the plan. And that's why this one came out. So I'll pop up where it was before and where it is now. This one got less work. So it got 854 stitches, and this one is in tint. It's 2 over 1/10 on 25 count. So it now has a total of 3,090, but it's at 4.19%. So this one is confetti. I mean, so much confetti. And I don't know if it's because it's a mini or like what, but I just was not in the mood for confetti really when I was doing it. And I didn't have a ton of stitching time anyways, for some reason, on the days I was working on it. So I kept having to pull it back out and just get a little bit done and pull it out and just get a little bit done. And it was frustrating, so I just put it away. But it almost got 1,000, so. And it's already at 4%. So this one, the percentage is climbing fast. So I don't feel like I have to work on it quite as much. Alrighty. And then I think I was calling this my daily stitch. This is Sugar Plum Village by Shannon Christine Designs. But when I started playing Floss Tuber Frenzy, having a daily stitch kind of went out the window for a while because I already have my focus piece, whatever I'm working on, my main project for the day, which usually laps like 2, 3, 4 days. And then with Floss Tuber Frenzy, at least every other day or so, someone would post a video, and then so I'd pull out and do some stitches on that. So it's hard for me to like work on 3 projects a day plus the blanket I'm working on. Like that became a lot for me. So this one just only got pulled out a couple of times, but I feel like I'm just going to pull it out way more in December. So here's where it was before and where it is now. So this is on 20 count Be Stitch Me Sand Dollar, and I put in 162 stitches, bringing it to 1,215, and it's at 7.19%. So first of all, I frogged all the pink because I wasn't happy with the way it was showing up on the fabric. And I swapped it to, I wish I would have brought it so I could show you guys and tell you what I switched it to. I'm going to go get it. Okay, so I had already done all the pink in the Called 4 Weeks Dye Works. And I pulled that out because it completely blended in, and I subbed it for the Called 4 DMC, but it still just didn't stand out enough on the fabric. So I'm using this. It's Peach Please by Fiberlicious. And it actually looks kind of dark, but it's really not that dark. I mean, as you can see, I'm going to pull this back up for a minute. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to show up dark, but it really doesn't show up that dark. But you can definitely see it. And I feel like before you couldn't even see the pink. So I'm very happy with the switch now. And I'm going to enjoy this piece. I'm getting to it. So those are all of the things I stitched on like just because. And then I went to the Floss Tuber Frenzy. So I'm sure it's been explained a lot, so I'm not going to go into detail, but I've picked 10 floss tubers and they each have a project assigned to them. And every time they post a video, I'm pulling the project out for minimum 30 minutes, but could be longer. Might just stitch on it the whole day. We'll see. So the day I started, Ebony from In Stitches with Ebony posted a video, and the project I have assigned to her is this is the Story Keep Princess of the Sea by Donna Gelsinger, which I've already cropped a little bit off the top myself to make even smaller. Here's where it was before and where it is now. So I'm really, really close to, this is the end of the project right here, the whole thing. So I'm really, really close to finishing off those first 2 rows and then moving on to the rest. But I got 181 stitches into this. I worked on this, I think her video was like 30-ish minutes long. So I just worked on this while I watched her video, and it worked out. Because it's sky and because it's tent stitch, it was pretty easy to get so many stitches. So I'm pretty happy with that one. And then Leanne, Small Town Stitches, posted a video right after that. And her video was also 33 minutes, or her video was 33 minutes, if I remember correctly. So I did the exact same thing while I watched her video. I worked on her project, and I chose this one for her because she's also stitching it. And this is Building Dreams, artwork by Kevin Daniel, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is the regular version. I have since switched it also over to 2/1/10 stitch. And this is where it is. This one got 247 stitches, but I'm working in the sky, guys, and this is literally just like one color. So, I mean, it was pretty easy, and it's 10 stitch, so I was just flying through it. That's why I got so many stitches in 30 minutes, but it's nice to just be making little bits of progress at a time. This is the project that started the whole switching over to 10th stitch fiasco in my life. I shouldn't say fiasco. It's not like a bad thing. It's just something I did. This project's huge, and I want to give it to my dad one day. And he has just gotten a heart transplant, so he's not in like the best health. He's way better than he was, but I don't want to be working on this for 10 years. I would really love to get it to him here in a few years if possible. And I considered requesting a mini, but I thought detail would be lost. I thought about cropping some, but there's not a whole lot you can crop off this one, especially since I've already started in the corner and the top. I didn't want to restart it in 10th because now I'm just like going backwards. So I just attempted to switch it over to 10th mid-project and see how it looks. And I really think it's fine. Does it bother me a tad bit when I'm looking really close? Yes, because I'm a perfectionist and I overthink all of my things. But I know for sure that it doesn't look bad. I'm going to show it to you guys again. Just, I know that from here, you probably have no idea where I made the switch. And if you do, don't tell me. And when it's hanging on his wall, no one's going to be able to tell. And especially as large as this project's going to be, I mean, look at this. This is like cut to size. So as huge as this is going to be, no one's going to be focusing on this little corner that's different. So anyways, it's going to be fine. And after I saw how fast 10th stitch was going and that you couldn't tell, I just started switching all of my projects because I wanted to make more progress. And it's fine. And then we have Farm Stand. Erica Reese Pieces posted a spontaneous video that we were not expecting, but super, super glad she did because I love to see her videos as often as possible. And I love the project I picked for her. This is Farm Stand, also by Donna Gelsinger, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is the regular chart, but I've cropped about 24% off of the top. I'll show you where it was before. And this is where it is now. This one got 175 stitches in the 30 minutes I worked on it. Now this one, I figured when it came up for its turn, when Erica posted, I would want to stitch longer than 30 minutes because it's one of my favorite projects. But it happened like the day I started my new start and I was obsessing and I didn't really want to put that away. So I did my 30 minutes and then got back to my new start. But next time. And I mostly just stitched 310 because I wanted to do block stitching and get the most I could out of the amount of time I would be working on it. So this one has 13,424 stitches in it now. And I didn't calculate the percentage because I have cropped it. So that's where that one is. And then we've got one more. We've got A True Love by Eder Jose Rosa, charted by Stitches So Beautiful. And this one is assigned to Anne, the Max Color Stitcher, because she's also stitching it. And this is one that I really want to get a lot of progress on because it is a gift. And Anne posts weekly, so I was like, cool, I know I'll at least get 30 minutes a week on this. But obviously I need to do more than that. So here's your before and after. I put in 337 stitches on this one. No, I did not do that in 30 minutes. I don't usually get a ton of stitching on Sundays, and that's when I pulled this out. So I decided to just let this be my Sunday piece. And I didn't stitch for an extended amount of time yesterday. So this one now has 17,517, and it's at 11.37%. So I thought this page was going to give me some face, but it's not. I'm pretty sure it's going to give me like a lot of hair and maybe like just like the side of her ear, face or something. And then I'm really going to have to just go somewhere else to start working on her face. For plans for 2026, I really wanted to see a finish. And I thought this would be one of my best shots because it's one of my smaller stitch count projects and I'm doing it in 10 stitch now. But I did the math and I would have to do like 2,000 stitches a week. And I know I'm not going to do that. I don't do that on almost any project. Usually, most projects don't get worked on every week. If they do, they don't. I don't work on anything every single week. I don't. So working on it every week already is going to be hard. I definitely know that I'm not going to spend 2,000 stitches a week. I could do 1,000 a week and get it to 50%, but I really don't know if I want to do that either because I don't want to burn myself out on it. So most likely what I'll do is I'll keep using this piece for the Stitches So Beautiful challenge that they usually have. And that will give me like 2,000 a month. So we'll see. I'll probably just stick with that for now. Okay, so that was all the actual stitching. Now I'm going to jump into the giveaway, which is fitting because I just showed a Stitches So Beautiful pattern, and this is a Stitches So Beautiful giveaway. So this is Castle. I showed this in my last regular floss tube, and Valerie so kindly and so generously wanted to give away a copy of this pattern to one of you guys. And I think there were like 47, there were almost 50 comments of people who really wanted this pattern, and I can't blame you because it's gorgeous, and honestly, I'm quite tempted myself. If I didn't already have a Hogwarts castle, I would already have started this one. So I did the random comment generator, and here is our winner. So yay, congratulations. My email is in the description box for this video. Just email me and then comment on this video and say, hi, I'm emailing you now, or I just emailed you, so I can verify that the email did come from you, and then I'll make sure you get a copy of that. So thank you to everyone who commented and who entered, and just thank you guys so much for all of your support. I am still working on my blanket. I told you guys that I really want to finish by Christmas. I think I'm going to finish it pretty soon. It kind of goes along with another blanket. The recipients are siblings, so I want it to be around the same size as the other. So today I'm going to measure it against the one I've already finished and see how much work I have to do on that. Let's see. The Hay de Sal is the only thing I have lined up to start when that comes out. I'm doing the Stone Cottage Keep. I know I said I was going to start everything one over one full cross, but I'm sort of debating doing it tent because my brain tells me it's a sal and you need to hurry up and finish it and you need to do tent stitch. But also my goal is only one page. So not sure why I would do that. I think I'm probably going to end up just doing one over one full cross. And then plans for 2026. I don't have a ton. I'm still trying to work them out because like I said, I really wanted to finish and I see that's not going to happen. So I don't know. I know for sure that I want to get a lot of progress on at least a couple pieces and I want to touch everything. So I need to work out some way to touch everything, but to make sure a couple of my pieces get like significant progress. So I'm definitely going to be watching a lot of Flosstube in the coming days and seeing what everyone else is doing and probably just do like a mishmash of other people's plans and just kind of make it work for me. Dawn Marie, Leanne, Small Town Stitches, Alicia, Adventures of Stitching, and Erica, Stitchy Reese Pieces are all doing no new starts. I think Dawn Marie is doing 6 months, or at least starting off 6 months, and everyone else is shooting for the whole year. I don't know. I'm not like fully in doing that. I've also been stitching full coverage a lot less time than all of these people, and I have a lot less patterns on the go, so I'm still kind of in my like whipping up era. But I would like to do no new starts for the first 6 months of the year, full coverage starts. If I want to start smalls, cool. Or I say smalls, non-full coverage patterns. The caveat being my birthday's in March, so if I want a birthday start, I can have that. So I think I'm going to do that because like I said, 2025 was the year of growing my whip pile. I went from like 4 to 20-ish. So 2026, I really want to be the year of like massive progress on these things I've already started. So that's my super, super loose plans. Okay, I'm going to move into life stuff. If you guys want to head out, then I will see you when I film next. Life stuff. I want to put my Christmas tree up. Okay. I usually wait till after Thanksgiving, but I had already told myself this year I was just going to do it early. But now I'm stuck because we're probably moving. And I say probably because this is the second time we've gone through this like house buying process, and the last time we had to back out. But things really are going great this time, and I'm pretty sure we're moving. Like December the 20th or 21st or 22nd. That's like right near Christmas. So I don't want to like throw my Christmas tree up now, take it down, put it back up at the new house. But also on the 23rd, we're heading down to see family. So if I wait to put it up at the new house, it's going to be up for like a day, and then we're going to come back and it's going to be after Christmas. I don't know. It's making my brain hurt. I'm thinking I might throw it up anyways, just because, just for the kids so they can enjoy it. And it's going to be extra work for me, but I think it's just going to have to be okay. And then I would also hate for us to, for some reason, move after Christmas and then the kids didn't have a tree up. So I think I just talked myself into putting it up. But I am excited. We get to go see family for Christmas. I don't think there's anything. I should take better notes. See, I need to start taking better life notes. I don't think anything crazy has happened other than just getting ready for the holidays and everything going on. We're not going to go see our families for Thanksgiving because my husband works like a 13-hour shift on Black Friday. So we're just going to stay here and go eat Cracker Barrel because there's only 4 of us and we're not cooking a giant Thanksgiving meal for 4 people, and 2 of them being children. So yeah, that's my plans. I have no idea what I'm going to stitch on today. I'm going to check and see if anyone else has posted that's on my Floss Tuber Frenzy list. And if they have, I will get started on one of their projects. And other than that, I guess it'll just be a surprise what I stitch on, and for you and for me. And I will see you guys here in a week or 2.